It was very shocking because we were on board with these people for 24 days straight. We had relationships, so I knew these people, and I'm very sad that they're going through this human crisis. I just wish them to get well, and now that they are being taken care of, and the World Health Organization is very keen on the topic. I'm very hopeful for their situation.
Of course, you were on board for 24 out of the 36 days that these people were on this cruise ship. You left earlier, but you were there when the first person died. Just tell me about that and whether it raised any sort of suspicions about what this might be.
Yeah, on 12th of April, we were called to launch area at 9 a.m. Usually we had meetings around like 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. So this was unusual, and we saw captain before the announcement. This was also unusual for us. We thought that there was something wrong with the weather, the plans. Maybe the weather cast was going to be very rough. That's what we were thinking initially. Then captain said one of the passengers sadly passed away, and it was due to natural causes. We're not we're not in infection. Sorry, there's no contagious disease, something like that. So this was a relaxing explanation, but this was not the case because the first death was because of the hantavirus. And after this announcement, we were not ready, or we were not isolated for what was to come. We were together during breakfast, lunch, and dinner timings in the dining room all together. There was open buffet, and we had lecture sessions, group activities. Still, even after the day that we had someone passed away, until my last day, 24th of April, we didn't take any cautions. We were not informed about the situation, and the ship management, I think, didn't know anything about the virus. So they didn't have the necessary equipment or a lab. So uh, I cannot put the full blame on them, but at least they should have been more considerate on the possibility of a contagious disease.
Yeah, so you say nothing fundamentally changed after the first death, but you disembarked from the cruise liner just the day before the second person died, who was the partner of the first person who died on board. Did that raise major alarms? Did you get a better sense of what was actually going on?
Yeah, I think his partner was not looking good for her last couple of days on board. I saw her not standing upright properly, and she looked not okay. So I think everyone thought that she was having a very deep grief. That's what we thought. And after we disembarked to St. Helena, she was with us. She was on the same flight to Johannesburg from St. Helena. We saw her on a wheelchair, which was also unusual. She had no problem of walking. So after she passed away, even though I'm not on board anymore, I heard from the passengers that they are now in isolation, and they are wearing masks. They are not having meal times altogether. So they are in their cabin. But these kind of cautions are taking place, but they are late. So I wish that we were quicker to respond.